Merry Christmas Eve. This has been recorded a day before Christmas Eve because I will not be doing a video for Christmas Eve, but on Christmas Eve. So today's video is basically everything wrong with Daybreak players. Because some Daybreak players, it's like you have different categories. You have the normal people that just play the game. You have the the bossy ones, the team leaders, the really skilled players. I'm gonna talk about the worst types of Daybreak players today, basically, and there are a few. Those people, I'm gonna just jump right into it. The people that at least they annoy me. Okay, the server I was playing is, if I'm being for real, I hate the server I was playing in. I could have won as killer, and I did win as killer, but I still hated the server I was in because I felt like everybody was just annoying. It wasn't even a funny, obnoxious, or a funny annoying. It was just annoying, honestly. Let me take a sip of water. In all honesty, I'm being so for real. When you, something I hate too, when a killer says ease, oh, this round's gonna be easy, y'all are cooked, and then they lose tremendously. I hate that. Then they get all toxic, and then it's just bro, what? I was oh, okay. Or when they dwell on something for way too long. I remember this one time we were playing on Purgeton, right? And there were two of us there. Well, there was more than two. There's 8 people, but somebody was they're near the hotel. They said they're near the apartment. Me and this girl, we were confused. We were apartment, we were confused because it was a motel, but she called it an apartment, so we were confused. And she was apartment. I was I thought that was a motel. I was I didn't know. I was I've never heard apartment before. And I was because it was just a little joke, It wasn't even trying to diss her or anything. I just thought it was funny that she called it an apartment because it looks like an apartment, I guess, but I feel it's a motel because it's a train. It kind of reminds me of the train station map just a little bit. Train track. It just very much does not feel like a place where there would be an apartment. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. There's a diner construction site and a gas station. And anytime you go to a small town, almost seems like the middle of nowhere, they have those 4 areas, 3 areas plus a motel. And after the round was over, and by the way, I know, and this was by the way, an apartment and a motel are not that different. And I didn't want to get into it, but the other girl got into it, and I was you know what? I was a hotel and a hotel and an apartment are very different. A hotel and a motel are also different. They're kind of the same, but they're all different in their own ways. So when you try and call them something else, it doesn't make sense because they aren't even alike that much, unless you all count. So you can say that there are many rooms in all of them. That's the only thing you can account for, is that there are rooms, over 10 rooms in every single one of them. That's the only thing you can count. I'm with the motel, we got into this whole thing. It's even after the round, we just made a little joke. It wasn't even a thing where anybody was trying to passive aggressively joke or offend anybody. She was wrong, and we made a joke about it because we were oh, we haven't heard that one before. Funny, right? Ha ha ha. Nope, she dwelled on it the entire game. And I hate when people dwell too long, especially over their own mistake. It's you made the mistake. Why are you still dwelling on it? We just made a little jokey joke about the mistake that wasn't even meant to be taken to heart. But we were confused. We were it's just a joke. It was in a way where it's we weren't even insulting her. We were talking. We just thought it was funny that she said it was an apartment, because it obviously was not an apartment, because no apartment really looks like the Purgeton motel. So we were confused. We just thought it was funny, kinda, and she did not like that. She was mad. And I hate when people dwell. When you dwell in the game, you make the game toxic. Or those people that die as soon as they get down. I'm girl, what? It's you took the time to type out die. Even if it takes 3 seconds. You took 3 seconds out of your time to type out die. And then, see, when people tell me to die in a game because I downed them, or I accidentally spoil the gen or scream as Banshee, when I tell you, it does not hurt my feelings. But sometimes I get a little petty, and I'm you know what, you need to learn your lessons. So I report them, and I'm oh, you know what, I'm reporting you because you told me to die. And I don't even care that they did it. It's just sometimes I feel a little petty. I'm you know. I'm you know what, let me just go ahead and report them for something that doesn't even hurt my feelings. All because it gets annoying playing with people like that, where they take every single thing to heart. Or the two that every time they have a skill issue, they blame it on the lag. I get it. Everybody knows the Singapore servers in Daybreak are the best because they're the least dry. They're the most active, actually. They're interesting. They're fun. Like, bro, I don't even know how to like explain it to you. It's just that they're fun. They're great. Like, they're great. I don't know, bro. It's just, you have to play a Singapore server to get it. I played in so many Singapore servers. Not a bad experience. Yeah, I'm being so for real. The German server is also good. The United States servers might be a bit laggy, but that's all good. It's all fine. But I do not like when there's certain people that just ruin the game for you, that make you just want to go play a game by yourself because you're like, oh my gosh, it was never that serious. It's just a round of Daybreak. Like, I get it. People make you mad in Daybreak. You can rant about it, but why are you like this? You know, that's just what I think about sometimes. Like, why are you like this? You know, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. It's just Daybreak. There's a lore. You get bored, read the lore, okay? You want beef with somebody so badly, read the lore, okay? There's a lot of beef between Talia and Ren. It might be one side. It's only one sided because Talia does not care. But still, it's just not that serious, and some people take it way too serious. It's like, I get raging or getting into a game, but going so far to bully somebody because of it, it's annoying. And people, Daybreak is not beginner friendly. I'm sorry, it's not beginner friendly at all. But it's like a lot of games where if you actually want to play the game and it's fun, you learn how to play and you get better. You watch videos on it, and then that's just how you do that, you know? It's like joining Doors and complaining because Doors is not beginner friendly. You watch a video on something you want to understand, or you like read up on the lore. Because when you ask a person, it's like, don't ask somebody during the match a crucial question to helping your team win. That gets annoying. That does get annoying. Asking a question, how to play the game as the game. Like, I'm sorry, but there's a big tutorial button on the screen. There's a how to play or a tutorial button on the screen, and so I always get confused when people don't click it or press it because it's right there. I don't understand it. It's like asking where the stop sign is, but then there's like a giant stop sign right in front of you. That makes me annoyed. When you ask questions that could have easily given your answer way faster. And if you have other questions that aren't in the tutorial, ask those. But don't ask a question you could have gotten from the big glowing sign in the sky or on your screen, you know? That's it though. That's just a little rant. Sorry for the blank screen, but yeah. Merry Christmas. Adios.